Hello, Super Sleuths. Deck Detective Gumshu here, and this week's case is Rikka, a plant-type combo deck. Here's the list, and let's do some interrogation, shall we? 3 Sensi Genus Loci, a starter for the whole deck, goes into the Sun Avalon lines. 3 Rikka Petal, Rikka starter, can search for any Rikka monster. So you can also go into some Rikka boards off just this. 3 Max C, 1 Sunseed Tin. This card is a special summoned or normal summoned way control Sun Link monster. You can target level 4 lower plant normal monster to graveyard to special summon it. So this is your summon off Sunvine and Sowing. 1 Lone Fire Blossom. Once per turn, you contribute 1 face up plant monster to special when a plant monster from your deck. You go into this through some lines so that you can have it in your hand for follow up on the next turn, but is not strictly necessary. 3 Ash Blossom. 2 Primula, 2 Rikka Princess, 2 Mudan the Rikka Fairy, and 1 Snowdrop the Rikka Fairy. These are the Rikka monsters that you're going to be searching and going through on your combo pieces. Primula the Rikka Fairy is a level 4. The monster you control is tributed. You can special win this card from your hand in defense position. And then Rikka Princess, during your main phase for free, you can special win this card from your hand while it is face up on the monster zone. You cannot special win monsters except the plant monsters. And then when your opponent activates a monster effect, play control a Rikka monster, quick effect, you can shuffle this card from your hand or graveyard into the deck and tribute one plant monster to negate that effect. They're both level 4, so if you have the tribute effect of Rikka Glamour, you can search them both, and then Primula can summon itself because it has the ruling that it's like a private hand trigger can act as if it was in your hand when that trigger happens. You can start summon it off the Rikka Glamour tribute. Udon the Rikka Fairy, you can tribute 1 plant monster, special when this card from your hand, and if it's summoned by the effect of a plant monster or normal summoned, you can add a Rikka spell trap to protect your hand. And then a Snowdrop the Rikka Fairy, level 8. You can tribute 1 plant monster, special when both this card and one other plant monster from your hand. You're locked into plants, and then you can target 1 plant monster you control. All plant monsters you currently control become that monster's level until the end of the turn. For Unexpected Die, a way to get Sunseed Genus Loci on the field without using your normal summon. Rikka Glamour. You can either just activate it to search a Rikka monster, or you can also tribute a plant monster to add a Rikka monster, then add a plant monster with the same level as that Rikka monster with a different name. 2 Sunvine Sowing, special one's a Sunseed monster from your deck, so either Loci or Sunseed Twin. However, if you don't control any Sun Avalon Link monsters, you can only summon the normal monster. And then if a plant Link monster you control to destroy a battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. 2 Rikka Concon. If you control a Rikka monster, you can set a Rikka spell trap directly from your deck to your spell trap zone. Also, plant locks you. And then once per turn, if you would tribute a plant monster you control to activate a Rikka card effect, you contribute any one face-up monster your opponent controls, even though you do not control it. 2 Called By, 3 Evenly Matched, 3 Imperm, and 1 Rikka Sheet. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Also, you contribute 1 plant monster. Players can activate that face-up monster's effects on the field this turn. Then if you tribute a monster when you activate this card, take control of that monster until the end phase, and if you do, it becomes a plant monster until the end phase. Next deck, we have 2 Rikka Queen Strenna, a rank 4. Attach a material from this card that target a plant monster Rikka card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. And if this card with Xyz material is tributed, you can special in 1 rank 5 or higher plant Xyz monster from extra deck or graveyard. Then you can attach this card to it as material. Rank 8, Alice, the Sylvan High Protector. Once per turn, you can declare 1 card name, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it is the declared card, add it to your hand, otherwise send it to the graveyard. If a card is sent from your deck to the graveyard by a card effect, you detach 1 material from this card, then place target 1 card on the field, place the target either the top or bottom of the deck. So this deck kind of lacks, like, general purpose removal, so this card kind of fills that niche of removing back row. Teardrop the Rikka Queen, a rank 8. You need to attach 1 material from this card and target 1 monster on the field, tribute it. This is a quick effect if this card is a plant monster's material, and then each time a monster is tributed, this card gains 200 attack for each till the end of the turn. And finally, the Xyzes, Sacred Tree Beast Hyperiton. 2 level 9 monsters. You're not hard summoning this, you're summoning this off Rikka Queen Strenna's tribute effect. During your turn, when you activate a card effect, quick effect, you can target 1 card of the same type in your graveyard, attach it to this card as material, and then during your opponent's turn, when a card effect is activated, you can detach 1 material of the same type from this card. If you do negate the activation, you destroy the card. So it's kind of an omni-negate, but you can only negate cards it has types of as material. 3 Sun Avalon Dryas. This card is, so it's a level 4 or lower plant monster. This card is link summoned in the extra monster zone using Sunseed Genus Loci as material. You can add a Sunvine spell trap, protect your hand. And then once per turn, if you take battle effect damage, you can gain that much life points, and if you do, especially when 1 Sunvine monster from your extra deck. 2 Sunvine Healer. If a Sun Avalon Link monster you control leaves the field by card effect, destroy this card. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 Sun Avalon Link monster on the field, gain life point equal to its Link rating times 300. And then when your plant Link monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can gain 600 life points. This is made with a plant normal monster. 1 Sun Thrasher, also made with a plant normal monster. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 Sun Avalon Link monster on the field. This card gains attack equal to that monster's Link rating times 800. And then when this card destroys a opponent's monster battle and sends it to the graveyard, especially when that monster to your zone or Link monster points to, but negate its effects. 2 Aromatherapy Jasmine. You plant monsters. If your life points are higher than your opponent's, discard any plant monsters that control points to cannot be destroyed by battle. Contribute 1 monster discard points to, especially when 1 plant monster from your deck in defense position. And then once per turn, if you gain life points, you can add a plant monster from your deck to your hand. 1 Sun Avalon Melias, link 3, 2 plant monsters including a link monster. If this card is linked summon, you can special summon a link Sensi Genus Loci from your graveyard. And once per turn, you can target 1 Sunvine Link monster you control that this card points to. This card can attack a number of times each battle phase, up to the number of Sun Avalon Link monsters you currently control. And then finally, a link 4, Bengal Lancer the Resurgent. 2 plus plant monsters during the main phase. You can quick effect. You can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, take damage equal to its attack. Then if you did take damage, return to the hand. And this card is in your graveyard. You can banish 2 or more link monsters from your graveyard whose combined link ratings equal exactly 4. So summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Alright, now that we've gone through the deck list, let's go ahead and see a basic combo. So there's our case. Now let's get into the investigation. Rikka is an explosive combo deck that makes boards with many interruptions, with the notable ability to make boards that are resistant to standard anti-combo cards like Forbidden Droplet and Dark Ruler No More, with interruptions like Rikka Sheet, Rikka Princess, and Rikka Con. And if you're really scared of those cards, you can modify your setups to leave Strana on field, then tribute it and make Hyperiton on your opponent's turn. It's also seeing low play rates in comparison to its power, and uses mostly cards that opponents will not be familiar with, making cases where you get hand trapped suboptimally happen frequently. It also has an OTK line, although that can be hard to get into since you can't really bait interruptions very well. That's the good, but this deck will leave you wanting sometimes too. It's fragile if your opponent knows what you're doing, and Ash on Sowing can be really devastating, and there's a few places, like Dryads or Jasmine, where an Impermanent Veiler can be troublesome too. Also, there's cards the deck near auto loses to. It has a severe max C weakness, although in some situations you can use Rikka Princess to negate it alongside the normal habits you run. You also hard lose the most floodgates, especially there can be only one in Zombie World. Also, except some lines with Hyperiton, you often only have monster negates, making cards like Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster, and Raigeki really hurt you, alongside other must negate spells in the meta right now, like Brand Infusion and that Grasslick Screener. With all that being said, it's time for the verdict. Despite this deck's hardcore fans, this deck stops short at a Lone Wolf rating, especially on the eve of Tier Limit. Oh dear lord. Thank you for watching. If you would like more guidance on how to make this deck work from people who've played the deck more than me, I highly recommend the Rikka channel and the Master Duel Meta Discord server. If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing to me. And also comment below what you liked, what you think needs improvement, or tell me my list was garbage. Also, check me out on Twitter, where I follow other VTubers and Yu-Gi-Oh content, as well as post updates and my thoughts, and Twitch, where I stream Master Duel rank climbs, other Master Duel or Yu-Gi-Oh related content, and other games. Also, if you would like to discuss my content or Yu-Gi-Oh in general with other like-minded people, consider joining my Discord, linked in the description. Thank you, and have a good day.